This program is brought to you by the members of WCNY. Thank you.
Coming up on Gamechangers, the team took on Howard and Auburn at home before hitting the road to face SMU in the first ACC matchup of the season. Then we'll get to know team captain Laila Phelia.
This team can do it. I get the chills thinking about it.
Next, Olivia Schmitt helps us get into the holiday spirit by giving back. And finally, we'll preview a packed slate of home games as the team has 3 games to prepare for before the start of ACC play.
Every day you shape their skills, their confidence, and now their financial future. Introducing Bank of America Advantage Safe Balance Banking for family banking. A parent-owned bank account. A hands-on banking experience for your child. No monthly maintenance fee until your child turns 25. Their first debit card. Mobile and online banking access. Flexible parental controls right from where you manage your account. Set spending limits. Manage where they make purchases. View their account activity. When they're ready, they can grow into an account they own. The same account and debit card numbers with more features. Each step helps them on the path to financial freedom. What would you like the power to do? Bank of America.
Coach, let's start with Howard. First game back after playing in Mohegan Sun. Back and forth first quarter, and then your team carried away. What impressed you most in that one?
Our defense is really doing a great job of just effort. You know, some people play defense and angle smart and do some, but the effort isn't there. Our effort is there with every single person that we put out there. And once they adjusted to one side of our defense, we put in a zone, and that really stifled them a little bit. But the effort on both defenses that we played was contagious, and they all jumped in on that thing, and that's important because we weren't shooting the ball as well as we wanted to.
One of the players that seemed to exemplify that was Shy Hawkins in her first start of the season. I know you'd say she earned it. You didn't give it to her.
Never.
What made her earn that opportunity?
Flying around in practice, communicating in practice, get on the line and run, coming first in the sprint, first to the water cooler. Those things like that, they matter. They matter, and the coach is watching, and Shy really has earned her opportunity, not because she's better than a lot of people on the team, but the little things she's has been really noticeable, and she's earned our right to be in the starting lineup.
Another player that stood out in that one, Angelica Velez, Jello, as she known in these parts. What sort of a difference does she make in her style? 8 assists. She kind of brings a different style of point guard play to your team, it seems.
To make it make sense to the world, she brings the Bronx to Syracuse. She is one of those cats that flash dances, and she shows she makes the pass. It's not this pass, but it's the round the back pass. It's like, and it works for us, and it's good sometimes. Sometimes it's too much, and sometimes I gotta take her out and let her understand that was a little bit too much. But it's what's needed for our team because there's so many different ways we can do the point position. Dom is more of a controller of the ball and manage it through controlling the ball. And Jetto's one of those to pitch it up and can give you 8 assists. She's gonna possibly give you 4 turnovers too, but it's something that's fun. And then you get the other kids like Liv is gonna manage the game going forward. And then you got Cam, our rookie. She likes to do the dance inside the key and do the reverse layup. But Jello brings that Bronx to Syracuse.
Let's move on to Auburn, ACC-SEC Challenge. Big matchup at home in the Dome. Not the prettiest offensive performance.
Why you say that?
From either team.
Okay.
From either team. But you got the job done. What does it say about your group that even on an off night offensively, you could still grind out a win?
Our word that we're using for the whole year, resolute. We are unwavering in our approach. We are not going to take no for an answer. And we cannot score. we will defend you, and there'll be a problem with you scoring as well. And we got 15 players. We'll use them all if we have to, but we are resolute in what we stand for. And we have a story to tell, and we believe that we are enough. And we've decided that sometimes you want to sit there, you want to shoot that ball and then want it to go in, and sometimes you're going to go over 16. Probably the first in my career from the three-point line. But what you can still do is win if you continue to own what you can own. That's your effort through the defensive side of the ball.
If you're going to go 0 for 16 from 3, you might as well do it in a win.
Yes, that's the only way to do it. Because if you lose, coach is going to come off a little bit different in practice.
You outlasted Auburn. It was a game that went to overtime. After the 4 quarters, what was the message to your team in the huddle as you prepared for OT?
We beat a good team, a great coach, a great program. It's a team that on 5 other occasions we played them and we couldn't find success. And on the 6th try, we found a way to defend. And I just think that our resolute is coming out. It's loud and clear. We are just not going to compromise certain things. And we can certainly try to be a great shooter. We can try to make these layups. We can try to make the right pass. But sometimes that will fail you. But what you can control is the defensive side of the ball. And I think that against Auburn, we beat a great team for the first time. And I'm just really excited about the possibilities of this future of the season.
Down the stretch in that game, it was Dominique Darius who took over in overtime. What is it about her that so far this season, it seems like when the moment gets bigger, she performs even better?
Amnesia. She doesn't remember her bad stuff. I get her, it's so funny. She subs out and she's always got something to say. And I'm like, I just need you to listen. And she listens and she's really astute. And but coach, I said, I just go sit down, And then in 3 to 5 seconds, you hear her cheering for her team. Y'all got this. Cut off the baseline. And the things I said to her, she's now barking out to the team. So I'm like, whenever that kid gets back on the court, I know she's gonna make it do what it do. And that's what she does. For the bigger moments, she rises higher and she shines brighter. And we talk the game. She's an IQ kid. And the bigger the challenge, the more she'll be ready.
This team went on the road for the first time in ACC play this year, ACC opener at SMU. You talked about the Auburn game where it was more of a defensive battle. You scored 25 points in the first quarter at SMU. What got into the team that they were able to be so prolific offensively from the start?
Well, the message was to punch first. Coach Adair put together a toughness plan for the game, and our toughness was cut the angles off. Don't give up certain things. Whatever our rule is, don't let that become something we'll do the next time. Do it the first time. And we reiterated that prior to coming out to the game. And the last thing we said was, don't get punched first. You punch first. Not physically, but figuratively speaking. Like, who are we? We know who UConn is. We know who South Carolina, we know who UCLA is. We know these, who are we? We're a defensive team that can shoot the ball, not always make it. But once you start shooting the ball in the rhythm that you're supposed to take it, people like UC and Journey and Aurora and Big O, they can rebound the ball for us and they know where to go. But if you start doubting yourself and hesitating, then you're gonna let them get their glory on the floor. And I said, punch first in what you bring. And that kind of gave them a sense of freedom to become. And that first quarter is really what we're striving to do for 4 quarters. Now, the second quarter, we lost that by 1 point. But the defensive side was we only gave up 15 points for a whole 10 minutes. And so we're learning who we are and we're becoming who we're supposed to be. And it's really a joy to see.
A player who punched early and punched often, Sophie Burrows, kind of the coming out party for her this season. How proud were you of her efforts in this?
I could have cried. And I said, the last time we played and she hit that, we played against Auburn and she hit that 3, I said to myself before, when she hits her first 3, I'm calling a timeout. I didn't know it was like 30 seconds left in the second quarter, but I called that timeout because I knew that moment was gonna define who she is already, but just kind of, it's been delayed but not denied. And then when she goes out there and she played that free defensively and did that communication, what she does with the younger kids, And then he also blessed her with an opportunity to see that thing go in the net over and over again. 22 or 24 points, had 6 rebounds, 5 assists, and a couple of knee burns as well, and 3 communications on the bench prior to me coming to the huddle with the team, trying to get everybody on board on who we are and what we need to do as a captain. So yeah, that was a pretty good game, but that's the expectation of us for her. We didn't say make it, we said take it.
And as one of the captains on this team alongside Laila Phelia and Dominique Darius, it just seems like this leadership group continues to progress well cohesively.
Perfect timing for that, so I just pray that we continue.
Laila Phelia, really nice to sit down with you here for Gamechangers. How do you feel the team is coming together at this point in the season?
I definitely feel really good about it. We've been doing great. This group is so close. I feel like our chemistry is great on and off the court, and I always tell them, like, this is like the route to how teams win. If like our chemistry and everything is good on the court, and what else? I would say hard work, our effort, diving on the floor for a loose ball, putting your pride aside and being able to really, like, we're trying to win this game. We're gonna do whatever it takes to win this game. And I feel like this team is very open to all of that. And I always tell them, like, we can be very successful. I've seen what it looks like to go to the Elite Eight. I've seen what it looks like to go to the Final Four. And this team can do it. I strongly believe that. I get the chills thinking about it, because it's like, we can really make it happen.
You've seen it, you believe it, you know, so that's great. And
yes,
it'll be a welcome sound and sight for Syracuse fans for sure.
Exactly, yeah.
Your basketball journey from the college era, you start at Michigan, you go to Texas, you end up here at Syracuse. Tell me more about that journey. What has led you up to this point to represent the Orange?
So loved Michigan, started there. Then, of course, venturing out to Texas, had the retinal detachment. So after that, it was a whole change of events. And it was more like I was put in a position where it was like, you know what, the best thing for me to do right now is to go my separate ways, I guess you can say. And after just talking with Coach Jack, hearing her passion, talking to Coach Casey, and just hearing their confidence in me after like sitting out a year. And I feel like a lot of players don't really talk about how hard it is to sit out a full year. It's like your confidence, your mental state, it's really difficult. So coach, like coming here to Syracuse, and Coach Jack was going to help me gain that confidence back. And I've already noticed like such a big jump in my confidence level with even just shooting the 3. If you watch my Michigan clips, I'll probably 3 threes in one game was too much for me. I was like, this is too much. So just being around her, being coached by her, it was like this is exactly what I need. You and Dominique, you have a funny backstory that we'll tell another day. Yes. But how do you two mesh so well as a backcourt together? We communicate a lot on and off the court. Every day after practice, she usually has to leave for class. By the time I get done getting treatment, I get a text, Laila, let's talk about practice. And I'm like, okay, yeah, let's go through it. What do we need to do? What are you seeing? And we just vent to each other about each practice. And I feel like that's been very helpful. And the fact that we have been to 2 other schools before here, we really connected with that. And of course, like our backstory. So when I first got here, she was just like, we kind of went through the same thing. Like, let's talk about it. So she's definitely helped me a lot with that. So just being able to have someone that was like right off the bat, like, I'm here for you, like I got you and everything like that. So it's been amazing though, yeah. It feels like one of your overarching goals for this year and this chapter in Syracuse has been getting your confidence back. Yes. And so far it looks like you've really accomplished that with the way that you played and the comfort that you've shown on the court. What are some of your other goals? I would say right now, my number one goal is to really continue to help my teammates. There's so many of them with so much potential, and just watching them going through practice, and even when they have their ups and downs and their struggles, just continuing to stay in their ear because I see the potential and each one of them can be great. And it's funny because like even seeing how like Shy plays, it reminds me of myself all the time. And I'm like, girl, okay, when do you want to get in the gym? We can work on some stuff. And just like Jello, it's so funny, Jello and I, a funny thing we have is we see who can get to the gym first. So we know practice is at 7 in the morning. We get treatment at 6 in the morning. Jello and I are literally there checking each other's location. Okay, who can get there first? And our Coach Matt and Miss Karen were telling me, like, they used to never get to the gym this early. So it's like just trying to find that way to get everyone motivated, get everyone going. But I would say that is another goal of mine, that I just want to be able to leave that mark on my teammates and just being able to help them in any way that I can. And then of course, making history and winning an ACC championship, but that's long term.
I like it. I like the slate that you got ahead of you. Laila, thanks for your time.
Of course, appreciate it.
I can see influencers on TikTok go to Target or Walmart and get kids Christmas presents, and I realized that I am blessed and fortunate enough to live in a generation where I get to be paid to be a college athlete. So I figured I would take some time today to search for toys and give back to the Syracuse community that has given me so much already. So come with me to get some toys for kids for Christmas. Christmas is my favorite season ever. My family always made it so great for me, so I wanted to do the same for kids who didn't have the same opportunities. Kids and even people my age love Legos. And it was honestly just a spur of the moment type thing. I've always had an inkling of like, this could be something that I could always do, but I've never taken action on it. But I am blessed and fortunate enough to be in the position that I am playing a sport at Syracuse. And I realize that I do have the time and the money to give back as well. Kid Rainbow Loom was literally my favorite concept in the entire world, so this is a must. I know my brother would absolutely go nuts for that as a kid. I just wanted to come into college and just like leave my mark, either on the court, in the community, no matter what. Like, I just wanted to be able to make a difference. I think it was my second day here. We had one of our summer basketball camps for the little kids, and I didn't know a single person in Syracuse, but I had a parent come up to me and just pretty much rave about how fun we're making the camp and how much her daughter is enjoying it. And it honestly just really hit close to home because I grew up going to basketball camps my whole life. I know what it's like to look up to the older girls. And that was probably my first idea of like, oh, wow, that was really nice. She went out of her way to do such a thing. And I kind of just made it my goal to kind of just make an impact on all these young girls' lives. I recommend, if you are an athlete, you just give back because we have been given so much, and we honestly are so blessed. A lot of the Syracuse athletes that I have spoken to, they've also made it their goal to make an impact on the community. I feel like it's not just our team. It's really just instilled in all of us as a university, and I think you give credit to obviously John Wildhack, who's our athletic director, but also each coach and each individual team. I think we all do a really good job at giving back, and I'm proud to be a part of it. And Christmas is so special. I feel like so many people have lost the magic of it in years. So let's help our friends out. Ooh, there's candles. Let me know. Everyone is so appreciative of the time and the effort that we take in our days to compete and play for championships at Cuse. But they don't realize that like they are part of our backbone of like why we do this and why we go so hard. And I'm from Staten Island, New York, so I'm still a New Yorker, and Syracuse was my dream school, so I kind of just made it my goal to make an impact as much as it had on me as a kid.
Speaking of continuing, a couple of non-conference games coming up, Binghamton and Mercyhurst. What do you want to see from your team as you progress through the season?
What we want to see them do is just continue to own their power defensively. And then we're going to play a lot more numbers as we go through the next 3 games, because I'm still trying to figure out, how do you win an ACC championship? Who actually understands that? Who does poorly on the floor and runs off the court and daps up her team and still, understand that she's mad, she want to stay, but she gives the good energy so that person goes out there, can create synergy. Who is the one that can hit the clutch 3? The last game, the score was starting to change a little bit, I went to and grabbed Maddie Potts. I was going to see if she can hit shots in the clutch. This game could be cool. You know, I need to find out in weird situations, if I call you, will you be ready for your own dreams? And so we're trying to figure that out for the next 3 games before we go on vacation. And so I'll have 5 days home by myself to kind of organize a plan for the ACC first times around. So I think we have a good strategy. I got some good support people on the outside of the coaching staff that pours into me to help me understand what it needs to look like on the floor, what I stood for when we were winners, when I was a younger coach, and the reminder of what I'm trying to create here. And so I don't lose my way.
The end of non-conference play, and then after that little break that you'll have, you start right up against the team that was picked to be the preseason ACC favorite in Duke. At home, Sunday at 4, it's an orange out. How excited are you for the opportunity to play the Blue Devils?
Well, I'm just excited about playing anybody that can help us continue to move forward in our story and our journey and our dream and our desire to tell people, listen, this is me. This is us. This is Syracuse women's basketball. And orange and blue and white and red, this is what we look like. And if Duke decides to come here on the 28th and play us, we want to still continue to tell our story. It's never going to be about Duke or Florida State or Miami. It's only about Syracuse. It's only about who we are and what we stand for. And so it used to be, last year, we were like, oh God, we got, it's not that fear anymore. It's all about respect. There's some really great teams. I believe there's a Final Four team in our ACC conference this year. Who is it? I don't know. But that's how talented I think we are on any given night. So it's not about disrespecting my colleagues. It's about kind of understanding who my team is and who we are and what we're trying to do. And what we're trying to do is show the world that we too are enough, we matter, and we're coming.
As a prize recruit, as a freshman, Uche Izoje has been tearing it up. Now a 2-time ACC Rookie of the Week. First time the program has had that happen since 2021. And you and the staff rewarded her with the hard hat, the Bank of America hard hat. What has she brought to this team?
Well, she would think that she brings to this team that she's the best dancer on the team. I mean, this young lady we can talk accolades about her all day. She can run, she can jump, she can box shots, she can score, she can defend. But what's the most impactful thing about this young lady? She's a great human being. She's a kid that you just have to love, or you're not a real human being. I mean, the way she graces you with her smile, the way she hugs you and you're a stranger, the way she sees a teammate who's sad and puts her arm around them, the way she connects with every coach and everybody that comes around her is remarkable. You see her on campus and everybody seemed to know her. Like, Uche, who is that? She said, oh, I think I met her in class or something, but she waved at me and I waved right back. And so those are things if you get to know my team, you'll get to know the inside scoop, not you, but the fans that's listening. Uche Izoje is one of the best recruits we've had all around because of what she brings from our character, our academics, and our basketball. But the basketball piece, we didn't know what kind of timetable we're gonna have with her adjustment to come from Japan to here. And it's still not where it needs to be, but it's way further than we thought it would be. I mean, she catches on fast. She's a visual learner. She's a person that will ask questions and she will say, nope, that's too fast, slow down, and take you to a place where she can actually comprehend. And the reason why we have success sometimes is, most of the time I should say, is through our defense. Uche Izoje, she defends. And she doesn't allow our team, especially our shooters, to feel like they're on the island by themselves. They miss a shot, she's going to get the rebound. They get beat, she's the one that's gonna stop. And now she's second-time ACC Rookie of the Week. It makes me smile because it's because of defense. I don't know how Lord, please help me with this. She gotta go to prison. 16 points, 13 rebounds.
great job. Yeah. And every time, like, we like 50-50 like draw, my heart is, but you guys talk to me and like we calm the game down. And
Every day you shape their skills, their confidence, and now their financial future. Introducing Bank of America Advantage Safe Balance Banking for Family Banking. A parent-owned bank account. A hands-on banking experience for your child. No monthly maintenance fee until your child turns 25. Their first debit card. Mobile and online banking access. Flexible parental controls right from where you manage your account. Set spending limits. Manage where they make purchases. View their account activity. When they're ready, they can grow into an account they own. The same account and debit card numbers with more features. Each step helps them on the path to financial freedom. What would you like the power to do? Bank of America.
This program is brought to you by the members of WCNY. Thank you.